All right, IM2 classes. Um, we need to spend some extra time with section 4.1, solving quadratics with take by taking the square root. Just going to do a few more problems that go with today's assignment. So starting off, number 7, we're going to solve by taking the square root. So the first set of problems, your final answer should come out to a whole number. We're going to be dealing with perfect squares here. Um, so. Uh, Good. Put in my line of separation. And we just got to do the opposite what's being done over here. So opposite adding or subtracting 4 is adding 4. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. Plus minus 4 plus 4 cancels out. So that leaves us with 7x squared is equal to 343. Um, Then I'm going to divide. You gotta take care of everything first before we get to the squared. So divide both sides by 7. So times 7 divided by 7 cancels out. You can get x squared is equal to 49. And then once we're here, the opposite of square root is squaring. So I'm going to, or excuse me, the opposite of squaring is square root. So to take care of the square, the power, I need to take the square root of both sides. Um, the square root and the square cancel each other out, and I get over here just x. Square root of 49 is 7. Remember when we take the square root, it can be a positive or negative 7. So there are two solutions. Writing it like that is fine, but the two solutions, x can be a positive 7 or x can be a negative 7. There are two solutions to this. Um, Skipping ahead, the next 8 problems are going to be uh, perfect squares or non-perfect squares. So we're not going to get whole numbered answers at the end. We're going to have to leave stuff in simplified radical form. So first thing I'm going to do, add 4 to both sides. So minus 4 plus 4 cancels out. And you get 6b squared is equal to 330. Then I'm going to divide by 6, divide both sides by 6. So times 6 divided by 6 cancels each other out. And then I'm left with b squared is equal to, what is that? 300, that'd be 50, uh, 55. Yeah, 55. Um, So here, the opposite of squaring something is taking the square root. So I'm going to square root both sides. The square and the square root cancel each other out. So you're left with just b. 55. You check to see if you can do a buddy system on it. So I'm going to split this up. 55 is 5 times 11. 5 and 11 are both prime, so the branches are done. So there's no buddies. This doesn't simplify. So for the next 8, this is what happens. It's all just simply you take the square root, no buddies. So we're just going to leave it as plus or minus the square root of 55. We're not going to put it in calculators. We leave it in the simplified radical form like that. All right. One more example I want to go over. Number 23. The radicals will simplify. So, solve like normal. Actually, yeah, let's do this one because there's more negatives. This one looks a bit harder. All right. So here, first step, I'm going to add 7 to both sides. Since it's a negative 7, I'm going to add 7. So minus 7 plus 7 cancels out. Over here, negative 682 uh, plus 7, that's going to be a negative 675. So you get the minus 9, that minus stays with the 9. So that's a negative 9 times v squared is equal to negative 675. Um, Next step, I'm going to divide both sides by negative 9. The times negative 9 divided by negative 9, that cancels out. So you're left with just v squared. Negative 675 divided by negative 9. So the negative divided by negative is going to make it a positive. That's 75. Once you're here, V squared, the opposite of squaring something is square root. So I'm going to take the square root of both sides. Um, so I'm left with just V. And here's square root of 75. I'm going to do a buddy system on that. So I'm going to separate it out. 75 is 3 times 25. 25 is 5 times 5. So if I put those back into the radical, so 75 is 3 times 5 times 5. I look for pairs. There is a pair of fives. For every pair, only one goes on the outside. Cross it out. And then simplify what's left. So it's 5 root 3, 5 times root 3. Don't forget the plus or minus. So it's plus or minus 5 times the square root of 3 once that simplifies. Um, so again, there's two possible solutions. It's either a positive 5 root 3 or it's a negative 5 root 3. There we go. We are done. And that'll do it. Yeah, next time we will be uh solving by graphing. Fun times. All right, we'll see you then.